April 2026. The White House Correspondents Dinner is interrupted when an armed intruder attempts to breach the Washington ballroom. Inside, both the 47th President and First Lady Melania Trump are moved to safety as security personnel secure the perimeter. Within hours, the primary headline shifts from the physical threat to a joke Jimmy Kimmel made 3 days prior, where he described the First Lady as having the glow of an expectant widow. The president immediately uses his Truth Social platform to demand Kimmel be fired for a despicable call to violence. Kimmel defends the remark as a standard roast joke, while the national religious broadcasters file a formal complaint with the FEC. This moment, where a security breach and a late-night comedy monologue receive equal weight in the national conversation, marks a new phase in American political life. To understand the 2026 incident, we have to look back at how a man who left office in 2021, facing 2 impeachments and a barrage of criminal trials, successfully navigated his way back to the White House. Subscribe to follow our deep dives into the mechanics of the new political reality. Trump's return wasn't an accident of timing. It was the result of a strategy built on the absolute command of public attention. Trump's political foundation didn't rely on legislative expertise. Instead, he mastered a specific cycle of media attention that kept him at the center of every national conversation. His early involvement with professional wrestling and beauty pageants served as a training ground. In arenas like this, he learned to manufacture high-stakes drama and cast himself as the ultimate authority figure. He spent 14 seasons on television sets like this one, using The Apprentice to brand his name as a symbol of power and executive control. When he entered the 2016 race, he simply applied these reality television tactics to the federal government, treating the White House as a new stage for engineered spectacle. After his 2016 victory, he immediately began dismantling international agreements, including the Trans-Pacific Partnership and the Paris Climate Accord. He bypassed traditional media, using social media to announce major policy shifts and personnel changes, while simultaneously filling 3 vacancies on the Supreme Court. His term concluded with a 2020 election loss and months of fraud allegations, culminating in the violent breach of the U.S. Capitol. He left Washington in early 2021 as the only president in American history to be impeached twice. By any historical standard, these events would have marked the permanent end of a national political career. Instead, he faced a new series of courtrooms and criminal indictments. The legal pressure was vast, covering federal election interference, classified documents, state-level charges, and business fraud. In 2024, a guilty verdict made him the first convicted felon to secure a presidential nomination. That July, he survived a literal assassination attempt at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, further galvanizing a base that already saw his legal troubles as a form of persecution. Despite 91 original criminal charges and a conviction, he defeated Vice President Kamala Harris in November 2024, reclaiming the presidency. By January 2025, he had successfully navigated the very legal and physical obstacles that typically guarantee political exile. This return to power directly informs the 2026 Correspondents' Dinner shooting and the Kimmel controversy that followed it. The Kimmel feud functions as a core component of the administration's strategy. By framing a late-night host as a primary threat, the White House maintains control over the narrative, even in the wake of a security failure. This creates a self-sustaining cycle. Media spectacle leads to rhetorical escalation, which incites physical threats. These threats generate even more spectacle, accelerating the loop. The administration treats a television joke with the same urgency as a national security breach. Both fuel the next media cycle. The 2026 incident suggests that the distinction between a staged media conflict and a physical security threat has narrowed to the point of being indistinguishable. The 47th presidency operates in a reality where historical precedent and legal consequences no longer function as guardrails for executive behavior. Trump's ultimate achievement was re-engineering the American political system to function according to the rules of reality television, where conflict is the primary objective. The chaos seen at the 2026 Correspondents' Dinner ultimately represents the precise intended output of this newly re-engineered system. Of all the shifts we've tacked, which moment do you find the most unprecedented? Let us know in the comments.